Hello guys, welcome back to Simple Living. Today we are going over me starting the first seedlings for the 2025 garden season, which in this case are onions. And lately we'll also do the restock for my spice rack from our previous order in a video about Asia Standard haul. As you can see, Halo is our companionship for the video today. I hope you enjoy seeing her run around and get in trouble as she usually is. And to be honest, I didn't even realize she was playing with the water until I started editing this video. I am putting 2 seeds in each block, and I'm doing, obviously, as you can see, the whole tray should carry 72 onions if one were to sprout out of every cell, which is exactly the amount of onions I plan on planting on my garden. So hopefully we get lucky and they all sprout. Here I'm showing you what I used to use before for my spices and what I'm gonna use now, which is the Asia Standard pint jars. I'm also gonna be using, if you see on the left side, is the pint-and-a-half jars. That one I plan on using for the salt, black pepper, and adobo, which I plan on making my own. Unfortunately, here I realized that the wide lids I have do not fit the wide lids on the pint-and-a-half jars, so I'm gonna have to order new ones for those. But the lids I have in the small jar fit the regular jars size, no problem. You might think it's wasteful, the fact that I'm throwing away some of these spices. The spices in the jars that I'm throwing away have been there for months, if not years. I've had these spices since we were in California, and I've never used them, so they were hard, probably expired by this point, so there was no point on keeping them. One thing I gotta say about these spices that I got from Asia, they were so fragrant to the point that my nose halfway through it needed a break, which I hope means that the spices, which I assume it is, are very fresh, are gonna be very tasteful. So I'm actually very excited to start cooking with them. The spices that I had that I actually use, you'll see me put on the top as a topper for the spices I got from Asia, just to make sure I use those first. but many of them you could see a very distinct color difference between my old spices and the new ones from Asia Standard. One of the spices I've always kept going back to is adobo. I am Dominican. That is one spice mix I am not willing to let go. But looking at the ingredients in the back, it's very easy. It's just salt, black pepper, turmeric, and garlic. So I told myself I'm gonna make my own. As making this, I think I should have gone maybe with ground oregano instead of the leaves, but even after I was done, I went back to check in the Asia site and I couldn't find them. I did talk to one of my cousins about it, and she says she does her own adobo and she uses the leaves and it works just as fine too. I want to thank you for spending time with me today. Let me know what seeds have you been starting or what updates have you made to your home this winter season.